So Santa Inc. closing in on 200,000 dislikes. It's sitting at 181,000 dislikes right now. Keep in mind, I believe after the 13th of December, the dislike extension that we're all using goes away, and this all becomes archival data. So what that means is we won't see any new stuff on there. We're only going to see what was. So that'll pretty much be the end of that. I'm going to leave it on, though, so I just don't see that dumb dislike right there. I already know it's a dislike. It's so stupid that they turn these off. But I think it's going to hit it by Sunday at the latest, because yesterday we were only at like 171, 175. I can't remember exactly. So we're getting close. This will be the last hurrah for watching Trash Fires, by the way. And, what a way to go out. Speaking of that, as you can see, still no official reviews on Rotten Tomatoes for this movie. There really is something strange going on. And I was thinking about this yesterday. And usually when you have something like this, like Santa Inc., and a lot of backlash and a lot of people just not liking the messaging and not really caring for some kind of form of entertainment, usually a lot of critics and media personalities, they will rush in to defend like the property, like good shills, because they're all very, very good shills. So usually they'll jump right in and they'll do their best to call you some kind of istophobe, call you trash, say you're the problem, you're the garbage, not the show. And it's really not happening with Santa Inc. I did a check on a couple of different browsers to see, what's been published over the past couple of days, notably over the past 24 hours, because I've been all over this show. And I wanted to see, is there anything new that's dropped? And we only had one or two articles. For the most part, Santa Inc. is completely gone. Very, very few things about Santa Inc. in the news right now. And it's very, very interesting to me, because imagine back in the day when it was Masters of the Universe, right? There was some kind of new article coming out on that show every single day, defending it, saying you're the piece of shit, not Kevin Smith, not Masters of the Universe. You're just a dated, toxic man. Not this time. Nothing. I look up Santa Inc. I'm getting stuff on Camp and Robbins. I don't even know who that is. Oh, I see. This is about this. This is about Santa Inc. Seth Rogen is blaming hateful people for the negative reception of his holiday movie, but seems to be oblivious to the fact that Santa Inc. sucks. However, as pointed out here by SK Pop, the ending of Santa Inc. sets up a second season. I don't think you're going to see one. I've been trying to find any kind of numbers I can for Santa Inc., and I can't find anything. Usually Samba TV will put out stuff, but I'm not finding anything. I found no way to access their database either. I really wish they would make that stuff public. But my guess would be that a lot of people probably tuned in for the first episode because, well, everyone's talking about it. And they probably dropped off. Said, yeah, screw this amount. And they dumped it and they moved on to whatever the hell else they were going to go and watch. So this show is probably done. And that's a large testament to how bad it is. Now, if you remember, so I'm thinking back to Masters of the Universe, which, of course, got its second batch of episodes that were already in the works. So that already had it. That show probably not going to see a second season either, because the second batch of episodes for that show never dropped. Or they dropped, but excuse me, I messed that up. So they did drop, but if you remember, nobody was talking about it. They died off real quick, never hit number one on Netflix. You can only pull this shit one time. And I would imagine the numbers for these weren't impressive. So I don't think you're going to see a season 2 of Santa Inc. And that's good. Nobody wants to see a second season. Nobody wanted to see a first season of Santa Inc. Nobody wants to watch a Christmas story about oppression, privilege, anti-capitalism, and toxic men. Or better put, at least according to the show, toxic white men. And as Jay Longbone, a hilarious content creator, says, I think I've had my fill on this shit sandwich for today. Speaking of HBO Max, now they're getting in the crosshairs with the media for Sex and the City's reboot. I guess they revived this show. I don't know. I never watched the original series. I do get that it was popular. People liked this. Not for me. Okay. But they're not fans of this because apparently it revives the tired trope of wanting to find a companion to marry. You know, something most people want to do so that they're not lonely. But because, well, you know, bitter feminists can't seem to find somebody. Everybody needs to be miserable like them. And the show, apparently, is summed up by this. This mate hunt has always seemed like a strangely reductive life goal for confident women. But in 2021, it feels sorely outdated. As my late mother always said, being boy crazy is not a compliment. She assigned the description to my friends who obsessed over securing the perfect homecoming and prom partners. Decades later, Mom would have looked skeptically at the all-consuming chase for Mr. Right, even if that chase was fictional. And it goes like it quickly changes from a review of the show to a bunch of data on divorce. And, the fact that shows like The Bachelor are popular and shit like that. Like people want to find somebody, you know? And that's just a way of life that's never going to change, because who the hell, you want to be like 90 and lonely? Like no one's coming around. But what I found here though, one thing I thought was funny is how it says like older women are single. It's probably because the men died. we don't live that much. We don't live as much, or we don't live as long, you know, but at least the established wealth from being in a relationship can sometimes keep them like some things in their pocket, you know, like the buying a home together, like stuff like that. I'm not going to get too much, but this would be way too long of a video to get in all of this shit, but I just found it funny, you know. Santa Inc. should be loved, not loved. Like, this should have been praised by the media. Hands down. This should have been praised by the media. Media should have loved this. And they're not talking about it. They seem to not care for it. And then this comes out, a show about strong, confident women. But they're all in a relationship. And that's bad. So the first part, will these two characters stay married? Like, it needs to be a show about divorce. Can't have happy marriages anymore. That would be sexist. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. They're usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.